Hey folks, this is Noble Rambler, and welcome to another episode of Let's Play Banished. We're using the Colonial Charter mod, version 1.6, the Forge Awakens, and this is going to be a rather awkward episode for me to record, because, you see, I've already done it once, and that one was an epic fail. I was going to put out a 2 to 3 hour video, and so I spent, let's see, what day is this? I spent Friday night all evening creating that, and I'll record it from like 7 to 10 o'clock at night, and then around 11 started editing, and that took till almost 3 in the morning. And I'm just got all the traders and town hall loaded up so I can slow down the Rambler helicopter, so I guess my speed slow down. I'm kind of going to go through town a little bit while I'm talking, because there's lots to talk about here at the beginning. Let me zoom out a little bit. So by 3 in the morning, I finally had it edited, started rendering, crashed, went to sleep. I had to work the next morning, this morning. And 8 o'clock in the morning, I quickly uploaded it to YouTube and finished doing what I needed to do and went to work. And kept track of it all day long. And it kept saying it was processing, and it was counting down. It took about 2 hours, and then it got to 99%, and then it went back to 0. And then 2 hours later, did it again, and then did it again, and 12 hours later, it was still trying to process on YouTube. And I couldn't believe it. 12 hours trying to make the video work. So finally, it finished enough. It wasn't in high definition, but it finished enough that that I could watch it on YouTube. And an hour into it, the voice started to lose sync. And by 2 hours into it, I would click, and about now you hear the click, and everything was just out of sync. So apparently YouTube does not do 3-hour videos very well, and my video studio software does not do 3-hour videos at all. I had to load up my the 8X Pro instead of the 7X Pro, the newer version, to get it to work. So it was just an epic fail in all proportions. So I've decided, rather than I had tried to clip it in half and try to make 2 videos out of it, and that wasn't working well either. It was still going out of sync. So we're going to have to stick to smaller videos and kind of just continue what we had been doing. And maybe on the weekends I'll just put up something like a double upload, and we'll try to do it that way. But larger videos, there's just so much technology involved for the starting point to the end, that when something starts to go askew just a tiny bit, and then it starts to multiply, you just lose it all. So that didn't work, and now I'm in the position where I played for 3 hours. I accomplished a lot, and now I'm right back to where I was, and I don't know what I have done and what I haven't done. So you're going to be watching a rather confused Noble Rambler for the next couple of episodes, until I've got myself back into sync myself. Well, at the very least, I know what worked and what didn't work, so I know what mistakes not to make. I see we've still got some. What are you? Sick with? No, you're not going to tell me anymore. Whatever disease we had finished off last time. Is that here still? Where's some red? We have got influenza. That's right. Excuse me. One thing that I had started the episode off with, and a message I really wanted to get out this morning, and I was kind of disappointed that I couldn't. And that's the reason I loaded up the helicopter here to kind of fly around, let you see the town while I'm talking. I spent much of Thursday, over at Vortex YouTube channel, or at least at his Twitch channel, Vortex Vids. And I don't know how many of you are also subscribed to Vortex, but he's got a kind of a situation right now where he could really use some help. He's got a kitty cat. About 1.5 years old, named Thatcher, and Thatcher came down with a fever and wasn't feeling good a while back, and he took Thatcher into the vet, and they did some blood work, and after many vet bills later, they think that, well, at least the blood work shows that Thatcher's got FIP, which is a deadly disease, feline disease, but Thatcher's not showing any of the symptoms, and so the vet needs them to take Thatcher to a specialist, but a specialist costs more than they can handle. So he set up a GoFundMe page and spent Thursday doing a 12 or 13 hour Twitch live marathon fundraiser. Had a whole bunch of game codes that were sent to him in his inbox that he started giving away for free, and people were donating to the GoFundMe fund. And I mentioned that I would bring that up here and let you guys have the opportunity to decide if it's something that you want to head over there and give him a hand with. I'll make sure that the GoFundMe address is here on the screen and down in the comments somewhere, so you can just click and go there, and you can decide if it's something that you want to help out with. If you're a cat lover or a friend of Vortak or just a wonderful person in general. So one thing that I got to do while he was doing the live stream is, I don't know if any of you have seen my Let's Sample of Rocket League. They had started to jump into that, did a 4 versus 4 game, and I had gotten off of work just in time to be able to jump in and actually give that a try. I've never played with anyone but just myself on Rocket League, and it's kind of fun to play against real people. It demonstrated that I'm not very good at it, but it was still a lot of fun. Rocket League is a game where you are a little remote control car playing soccer, and quite exciting to be behind the controls. But anyway, that's what was happening on Thursday and Friday night and into Saturday morning and all day today. So you should be seeing this one Sunday morning. So for you it was yesterday. So I was going to start the episode right here at what used to be the herb plantation that we were having a lot of weird results out of. And I guess I can get this going. I guess I can get rid of these two. And it was one field, and they were picking up by going around the whole perimeter, and then they would just kind of abandon it. And then they'd come back a little bit here and there after the frost hit, and the yields were really bad. So we took it down to the plantation area and did the same thing, and the results were the same. What I've discovered since then, what I discovered in that 3-hour episode, and I'll just head straight to the end here. Head to the, well, what's the expression? I lost it. Anyway, what we've discovered was that it is the labor pickup that is the problem. So I don't know if she will do it this time, because she's already got her commands of what to do. She might be switching commands now. Nope, she's going to continue this way. So, there we go. I switched it to labor pickup, and now she's going to start walking the perimeter. And it pops over here at the same time. That's interesting. Huh. And there's nothing else to do over here. So what's she going to do next? Now she's going to start diving into the middle. Huh. So it really changes the order of things when you're on labor pickup with herbs. It doesn't do that with any other plant that I've come across. There's something wrong in the code for herbs. Or herbs were intentionally designed to do something different. I don't know which. This one is on farmer pickup with Shell, who is on his way. And we'll see what he does. He's getting something to eat. Okay. Anyway, so that's turned out to be what's going on with the herbs. Labor pickup fails on the herbs. What happened all the other times is that this person just kind of went away afterwards there and never came back. When that person did come back, the frost had already hit. They were losing most of the plants, and it happened year after year after year. So I thought that was kind of odd. So it's the labor pickup that is the issue. Let's turn that back off, and we'll walk away from this. Although this one right here is pretty full. Now, it was brought up, let's see, by Green Ice 212, the possibility that we're having problems because of not enough housing. So I did check on that. And these guys are living, at this point, they're living right here in the coaching inn. Oh, okay. We must have just picked up some nomads. Remember, I'm 3 hours off now. So I'm not real sure what we did a couple days ago. I've been on a whole banished adventure between then and now. So apparently we have nomads needing some houses. I see. Yeah, you guys just got finished with the other one. You know exactly what's going on. I am really out of the loop here. So we had queued up a bunch of houses out over in here. And we had queued up a bunch of houses out in the lake. A bunch of shanties that were going to be going in. And we need to bring a bunch of this labor into the building category and get these houses built. And let's see, what did we decide was going on over here? We finally had a good season at the end of 89, that episode, and they each brought in about 2,300. It was a banner year. So I'll wait till that happens so we can actually see the results. But I ended up building this setup just like this, and in the end they all still lived over there somewhere and someone else lived over here. There was no convincing them to live next to work. What was that noise? We've got a trader coming in. Alright, let's take care of that, and then I'll get into a few other issues. Seeds we don't want right now. We've got a lot of sick roaming around. Now, the things in Banished do happen randomly. So last time I did this episode, it was under control almost immediately and it was done. We didn't have walking death roaming our town. So this is new to me. They didn't do this last time. So we're going to definitely have different results from last time. Didn't have any tornadoes, didn't have any excitement going on last time. Let's see, a couple other issues that had come in. Green Ice 212 had made a few comments that I wanted to catch up on. One of them was I had, in this trader over here, asked them to start bringing stone. But I didn't realize that I had to choose how often. One merchant arrives, a merchant leaves, and never. Okay. I just figured that I want 200 stone, they're going to bring me 200 stone. That kind of a thing. So I've got this one wrong, but I'm going to change my mind and not do this anyway, because we have got our 2 quarries in with enough labor to make this thing work a lot better. So we've got 20 in here at the moment. So we'll not be putting an order in for stone. We won't need that. Brickworks was the other issue that came up. We've been queuing up a lot of brick roads, and let me do that. Okay, that's that. Let's see, not that one, that one. Okay, I think we're happy now. A lot of brick roads over here, and I didn't realize that our brick numbers had decreased so extreme to where we've actually got none right now. So all the brick roads we've queued up are stagnated. So we need to get some more brick happening. We do have a brickworks over there. I was going to show you. This one over here is not a brickworks, even though it looks very similar. This is a stacks burner. So we were at one time making coke fuel out of coal from the coal mine over here that we have shut down. So we're not going to turn him back on, but there is another brickworks over here. Problem is the clay is not over here. Well, the clay is not supposed to be over here. We look around, we'll find that there's 46 clay, there's 520 clay, there's 80 clay, 400 clay. Yeah, we've got clay over here. Was there still a stockpile in this area? There is a fuel stockpile. No, it's a merchant stockpile. No clay, but I was going to say it's not necessary to have this because we have these, but it might be easier just to make a quick little walk across and be done. We'll leave it. That'll be one of the few exceptions that we'll make. Trader just popped in, and I'll do this, and then there's one more comment to work on. Let's see, over here, you have brought us hull components, rough tools, clay. Do we want to load more clay into the system? I don't think so. I do want the bronze, though. I want to build the gazebo. That was an idea that Mrs. Rambler came up with for somewhere here. We've got to get that gazebo built. It was thought to do that in the park over there, but I don't think it's going to fit. So we got to pick somewhere else. But first of all, bronze. I don't think there's anything else that we need. We have lots of tin ore. I would buy any silver that I could find. Oh, there's silver ore. Okay, I'll grab that. Silver apparently comes out very slow out of the mines. We're going to have a lot of mines to make a little bit of silver. So that's the trade-off from the pewter. The pewter was extremely expensive to make pewterware, but you can make it really easy. The silver is not going to need as much, but it's going to take forever to make it. So we lose either way. It's difficult either way. Food is pretty good. Let's see. Let's get rid of fancy furniture. We have got a lot of fancy furniture. Did I pass it? I always pass it when I zip through here. There. Okay. I put 1,000 fancy furniture in each of the traders. And, okay, what am I looking at here? 3 of these. So, trade and dismiss. 1,000 in each one. And we still have fancy furniture. There's still 2,300 fancy furniture over and above the 1,000 in each of the traders. So we've got lots of fancy furniture. And that is going to really pay off. That's one of the commodities that we're going to be specializing in here in Ramblington. Let's see. Next comment was... No, the brickworks. That's where I was, the brickworks. We've got brickworks over here. This particular one is making charcoal just to put some charcoal into the system. We're making fire bundles, we're making furnace fuels, we're using some firewood, and so everyone's got a variety of choices for their homes, and we've got a couple of choices for industry. So this one though is not being used. We have a lot of coal or a lot of clay over here anyway, even though it's not supposed to be. If they're going to work so hard to take it as far away as they can, we may as well take advantage of it out here. So let's go ahead and set this guy up to make bricks. There we go. Now bricks are also being used. What's with you? Fire bundles are a problem right now. I'm going to take you down by 1. What do we got going on over here? This is the school, it's overloaded. This is the church, it's overloaded. We really need one more of each in this area. These guys. Fire bundling shed. Using reeds. Making lots. 460. You are making 490. They're making lots of them. So they're doing a great job over here. I wonder if we need one more reed farmer. You know, we just might. Let's go ahead and just do that real fast while I'm over here. Then I need to get back over to where I was just talking. I've already lost my train of thought on that one. Let's do 2 more. We've got labor. Let's use it. Alright, we'll leave one of them over here as a reminder to come back to this area. What was I talking about? We turned on the bricks. Oh, bricks are also being used right here. Building supplies is using bricks. So a lot of our bricks are heading that way. In fact, we're out right now. That's why this guy is shut down. This was the cheapest way to make these things. 12 bricks, 9 glass, or 6 glass, 9 iron. The other alternative that's available to us, there's half. No, that's still 12 bricks. Okay. We could start using our copper to make copper pipes, but that's going to take out a bunch of stone. We only have 10 of those. Joists. I think this is still the least expensive way to do it. So we'll leave him there. I just got the sense there was a noise. Yeah, got one more trader in. Now these guys, and here's one of those situations where I'm not sure if I mentioned this in the last episode or in the one I recorded that I'm having to redo. So I'll mention it again, and forgive me if it's a repeat. But what I've come across is that they are simply not using any of the goods, the luxury goods, from the trading posts. We bought all these, and they sat there at 100 all those episodes. We did track last episode that the pub meals and the ale that we are making are in fact being used. So apparently what comes in, at this point at least, until the next update to Colonial Charter 1.6, is that these are just for show. They're not actually functional at the moment. Something's wrong in the sense that it's not getting the edible qualifier tagged along with the item as it moves through town. I don't know if that would be the case if we got the smuggler's dock in. Maybe that one is coded differently and it will trigger it, that it's something that can be consumed. But right now it doesn't seem to be working. So we don't need to buy any of these. Dismiss you. I had Teshif Stormbringer was trying to do some testing for me on that topic. If anybody else has Colonial Charter 1.6, confirm that for me. Buy 100 of something of luxury goods from the traders, and see if they sit in your tavern and inn and garden forever and not get used. And then if you have a smuggler's dock up and running, grab some from there too, and let me know what the results are there. So I'm pretty sure that at this point they're not working. School and chapel. Let's get that moving real quick. We've got this little guy over here, and he's full. What I think I'm going to do is tear him down and put a bigger one out over here. In fact, maybe a school and a chapel over here. Kind of for this community over here to have their own school and church that isn't slamming the other ones to the point that they're all maxed out. So let's pop those in. We've got here, school. This guy right here, going this way. You'll fit there. And I think the middle one here. Yeah, you'll go there. So let's do that. Okay. And I'll tell you something that did happen in the episode you didn't get to see. I spent 3 hours scratching my head about why they couldn't bring enough lumber over here to build the chapel. I didn't have the school built. That's something different from last time. But I could not, we've always had more lumber than we knew what to do with. Apparently we don't. And it wasn't until the last minutes of that 3-hour episode that it dawned on me that it wasn't that the trip was too long, it's that we simply ran out. Let's verify where we are right now with that. Lumber. Now we have 484. So something sucked up 500 lumber within the first 30 minutes of the game. And that just blew me away. I did build a whole bunch of houses. That's something we've got to do again right through here. We've got a lot of mining we're going to be putting in here. And yeah, that we're going to just destroy our lumber quantities. Let's turn this guy back on. I think we can do that. We've got this guy over here. Oh, he is empty. Let's put another vendor in here. Okay, let's get 2 log vendors over here, bringing logs to this area for the blacksmiths and what have you. Trader came in. Seeds, nope. So we're going to turn this guy on. Just 1 employee. On. Nope. I always do that backwards. There we go. Died of old age. A forester. Replaced. That doesn't feel right. I'm down here. Died of a weak heart. Fisherman. And was replaced. Still 35 and 30. How's our food doing? We got this one done, right? Yeah, I'm thinking everything's happy there. Okay. Food, graphs, food, And 10 years. We're into the spring. Wow, look at that. That's the entire harvest. Does it... pin that. Everything's been brought in, except for over here. Wow. We're getting behind, aren't we? Let's prioritize this and at least get these picked up. Okay. Wow. Well, I'll pass on that one. Oh, that's my hemp. Oh well. Food's more important. But something went wrong. Let's look at that again. This is a typical harvest. We brought our nomads in right here. So we ate more food. And our harvest ended right there. So apparently we had a long winter well into spring. Or the stuff didn't get picked up, one or the other. And so they started growing late. The growing didn't get finished in time, and then an early winter must have hit. And they didn't get a chance to harvest it. So, boy, that hurt. We peaked out at only 70,000. That used to be our trough right there. Huh, that's not good. Let's see, what else should we get accomplished for this episode? Well, let's drop a few things in here. Then I'm going to, I think, shut the episode down and record another one, and we'll get our kind of a double episode in tomorrow. Well, for you today. And then Monday we'll get back to more of a regular schedule and try to figure this out. But over here, the gazebo. I want to see that one. Town. There you are. Yeah, that's what I thought. Not quite enough room. Would have been if we hadn't done all of this. You know, we could do that. We could separate these guys out a bit. Put the boat over here, and the wagon over here, and a nice gazebo right there. Ooh, I like that. I like that. Speaking of this park, Lady Shell left a comment with a suggestion that we call this, something, she was thinking Founders Square. I was thinking maybe Founders Bend, but we could just call it Founders Park. I kind of like Founders Park. It's got a nice sound to it. Let's do that. And let's put the gazebo right there and spread these guys out a bit. I'm liking that. So let's put in a kill order right there. And you, we have to do that, but I can prioritize both, right? Nope, I can't. So just the one is going to get prioritized, which just canceled out a bunch of my labor. Now this is probably constructors or builders over here. Okay, let's see. Let's call this one done. I think so. Let's call this one done. I'm going to upload both these videos at the same time, so within, as soon as you're finished with this one, the next one should be up and available too. So this should be episode 68, and there'll be a 69 waiting as well, and that'll kind of simulate a long episode for the weekend. So what I had planned to do was normal episodes Monday through Friday and a big long one on the weekend, but YouTube just had a heart attack when I did that. So I think we will just continue with our normal episodes, thinking about making them a little bit smaller on the weekdays and then doubling it up on the weekend. Maybe even 3 over the weekend, something like that. So there's lots to do when there's more time available to sit back and watch. But on the weekdays, shorten them a little bit so it's easier to find time. Because I know I'm competing with Night Ghost and Skystorm and quite a few other ones that have got some great towns going on. And I feel like maybe I am hogging up the airwaves here by having hour-long videos constantly. It makes folks have to choose between them, which means some may be choosing not to do Noble Ramblers because there isn't enough time left. So given that, I'm thinking maybe more like the 30 to 40 minute range, somewhere in the 30s. Like this one, we're probably just coming up on 30 minutes now. Probably going to be 32 by the time my mouth finally stops moving. But probably keep it in the 30s, something like that. And maybe that will be a little more comfortable for everybody. And I'll just do 2 or 3 of them on the weekend to give that extra bonus. We'll do something like that. So this has been Noble Rambler. And I thank you guys for watching and listening to my ramblings on. Pop over and say hi to Vortak, if you would. Take a peek at Thatcher, cute little kitty. If you click on the link down there, you'll see him. Decide if it's something that you can handle or not, or even want to. And I will talk to you guys next time. Bye-bye, folks.